opportunity to possibly make the opening day lineup. So it's glad to see a lot of young guys. We call them the baby Mariners. Those guys have been doing a tremendous job so far. Gets a chance. Just right pitch. Well, right off the glove. The ball rolls off to the right side. Tries to back up the ball over the first, but it just pops out of his hand. Logan trying to really hustle up and get him out of the first base bag into the ball. Lands off his glove. He's safe at first base, but Logan trying to get over there, trying to make that play. That was a tough play after the ball landed on the right side. But yeah, we just have this spring training where everything's kind of distorted a little bit. Sometimes the shadow glare, sometimes create a different experience for what you see. Logan's just trying to be an athlete right there. It didn't work out.
Gavin, what's going on? How is everybody? The break that I've been waiting for months, it feels like. We have the 2024 draft break tonight. Yes, definitely some extras tonight. Let me drop those into the chat. So it's 5 players total. I'm actually just going to put them into one list rather than splitting them up between prospects and firsts. And it's 3 firsts, 2 prospects. So I'm going to do this. And here it is. So 5 total players there for $7.50 is the leftovers. Aaron, you got it? All right. So going to get started pretty quickly tonight. I'm just going to, let's see. I'm going to give it till 10:05 for everybody to get a chance to join. Let's see how many. Oh, we have 25 in the room already, and I think we only had about 50 people take spots tonight. A little bit lower for the 24 break, which I was kind of surprised about. Nobody knew what to bid for in the 24 draft break after a year of not breaking it. So a lot of our usual community is in the break tonight. Hopefully, got some decent deals on some guys. I saw the big names like Connor Griffin went crazy, but it seemed like there was some deals to be had out there. I actually didn't see what did Benj go for. Benj 100, yeah, that seems about right to me. Yeah, I know. I posted a 2025 Bowman Chrome break. That shouldn't be too dated at this point. For next weekend, we do have the midweek 2025 Bowman draft break again. And then I was going back, and I have some old boxes. I wanted to break some more fun old stuff. I have some more boxes of 2022 Bowman, and I was going through it, and I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna remember any of these guys. I went through, and I think I took about 40-something names out of players that have already been released or are free agents right now. And the ones that are like playing okay in AA and AAA are like Ricardo Genovese. And like, is anybody going to remember these names from 3.5 years ago when they were in the product? And like if they make a debut this year as like a mediocre, like number 10 ranked prospect, is anybody going to be interested in having that in a break? So, here you go, Aaron. I may do that. I may just do something through the Facebook group with a mix of a bunch of old products. The 2022 Bowman class was loaded though. Up at the top, Edgar Caro, Colson Montgomery, Curtis Mead, and then Ellie Churio. And I feel like I'm missing somebody big. Ellie Churio and who else? There's somebody else that I'm missing out of that list. But then they also had Cal Raleigh paper rookie cards, which apparently were selling for like $5 a piece for a paper card. Yep. Cal Raleigh is that year. James Wood. Thank you, Darren. So I don't know. Do you guys interested in me posting like a medium-sized break there? I have a jumbo, I have some hobbies, I have a first edition box, and I have a sapphire box. I'm thinking maybe I post like maybe I'll do the two hobbies. I don't know. We'll see. J Rod is in that, but I think he's just a prospect in that one. Thanks, Aaron. I saw that payment come through. Chris, what's going on? Greg remembers the 2022 class, and Ricardo Genovese. All right, it's 10:07. Let's get things started. We're going to do the 3 autos first, leave the 5 autos for the end, and see what kind of monsters we can get from this 2024 class. I wish I would have kept bought some more of this up front and kept some as this class aged. When this product first released, people thought that this was not going to be that good a class, and it ended up becoming a historic class. Let's try and put these in the same order because if I remember correctly, we'll get 1 per row, and there won't be any repeats of lines in terms of where the autos are. Oops, let's get the stand down as well. The extras should be up top. Let me put it in again just in case you didn't get it. It's Camilo Diaz, Fernando Cruz, Jackson Wentworth, Josiah Romeo, and Tanner Jones. And we're gonna get underway. I am officially booked for the Arizona trip, so I know Joe and Meb are gonna meet me out there. If anybody else is interested, definitely let us know. I'll scan through these papers because we are going to ship everything in this one. I don't know. It's going to slow us down a ton. So I'll skim them quickly. We got Aaron. Did you have anybody in the break besides the pickup tonight? All right. Starting things off tonight, Ariel Armas, our first Chrome card, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt, and Cam Smith. Connor Griffin getting on the board with a Plasma Power. Did not bring that one back. And Tanner Jones and Drew Beam getting our first 2 refractors. Greg, I trust your memory. I think you remember Ricardo Genovese. Arizona was 94 degrees the past few days. Well, hopefully the dry 94 is not too bad. Yeah, Greg, we're doing Arizona this year, and then maybe back to Florida next year. Let's shift this there. Felt glorious. Yeah, it was. It actually got up to the 40s in New York this weekend, so that was actually kind of nice. Got Mike Sirota in paper. And starting off the Chromes, we have Braylon Morrell, our first non-first. Brian Churio. There's Roman Anthony. Sheneng Lin. Emil Morales. Griffin Herring. And our first autograph is a nice one. Braylon Payne getting a lot of hype this preseason. Getting our first auto. I don't know about that signature. I have no idea what that's attempting to say at all with the signature, but it's a Braylon Payne auto. We have an in-tune Leo DeVries and refractors of Dakota Jordan and Caden Dana. Chris says, I would take 30 degrees. It's 12 degrees outside where you are right now. Let's see. I think that was the name of your old barber. All right, off to a nice start. We'll take Take a bunch of players like Braylon Payne pulling out of this one with the ink for tonight. I don't know what this weird infomercial we have on in the background of the Mariners game is. All right. There should be no autos in these two. So let's go with these 2 packs next. Big takeaway from 4 spring games. Sproat is really good. Yeah, Sproat had a rough start to the season last year, but ended up looking very, very good once he got called up to the majors. So we'll see. As soon as we traded him, I was like, we're gonna see him in an NLDS at some point. We have Dernish Valdez in Chrome, Ryan Harvey, Luke Keeschel, Walker Jenkins, Pablo Guerrero, and Adolfo Sanchez. Yellow refractor, first auto of Ty Southesine. So it's been hard to pull Tates, but we got his brother Ty in yellow, 10 of 75. So maybe all of the autos are going to be in the same row. So maybe we'll put that pack at the very end. Walker Jenkins, Plasma Power, Braylon Doughty, and Brooks Auger refractors. So we had no non-firsts in the first pack. And then we had a bunch of non-firsts in the last 2 packs. And we have 2 of our 3 autos on the board already, with Southesine and Payne getting hits. Not bad there. Jose Fernandez, Arizona, will be debuting quickly, says Meb, as one of his takeaways. Ryan Waldschmidt is really good as well. Oh, we have the hanger tags back with the 2024 stuff. Starting off, there is one of the big chases. Cags on the board. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis. Stock definitely rose on him in the last year. Cole Medina. There's Funky Cole Medina for the first time in a while in one of our breaks. Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Christian Campbell on the inaction, and refractors of Daniel Egan and Yoandy Morales. So Cags, our first big name on the board in Chrome. Let's see. Greg gonna have some games in the next few weeks. You gonna try and go to the breakout game like we did last year? Maybe you could get Bobby to meet you there. All right, let's go across this row. Egan was up to 95 miles an hour. See if that means he's going to be playing at the Prospect breakout game. Looks like no color there. We have Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci. Is that Cole Young that hit a home run today? Looks like it. Kellen Lindsay, and we're going to get a 1-of-1. Back-to-back breaks with a printing plate. Kellen Lindsay, and behind that is Paulinho Santana with the printing plate. That's a weird one. Not numbered, magenta printing plate, 1-of-1 for the Paulinho Santana spot. So we had 2 1-of-1s last break. For anybody who wasn't in Wednesday's break, we pulled the Nolan Sailors Superfractor non-auto. We have a Sebastian Walcott in tune, Randall Diaz, and Davison De Los Santos. See what his deal is this year, Davison De Los Santos. See if he makes any kind of a push to make a major league roster. But a 1-of-1 on the board already with Paulinho Santana. Let's see, for contrast, he never hit 94 last season. Does he look like he put on muscle too, or did he just work on mechanics? Need to see the date on that. Going to your daughter's softball tournament in Orlando next week. Oh, actually, Bobby's going to be in Orlando the week of the breakout games as well. And it sounded like he wasn't going to make it back for the breakout games. So maybe you guys will cross paths in one of those places. Got some sirens. Got a Josh Caron Chrome to start off here. Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, and Braylon Doughty Chromes. Blake Larson getting the Lunar Glow. and Chris Cortez and Tyson Neighbors getting refractors. Just got a Tyson Neighbors back from PSA. I think it's a HTA auto numbered to 150. Came back a PSA 10. I don't think I posted it yet because I feel like there's not enough hype around Tyson Neighbors yet. I know, Meb, you used to be a fan of Neighbors. Where are you on him now? We have Grant Shepherdson in Chrome, Rafe Schlesinger, Ural Perez. That's the last regular base superfractor we pulled, was this Ural Perez card. Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Brock Wilkin on the Plasma Power, and Josh Caron and Juan Baez. Refractors. Hartsock is coming to a breakout game. He's not 100% sure he's going to be able to make it to the D-backs game. But I'm planning on going to see the A's and the Brewers the next day. And he's either going to come to both or he's going to come to the Sunday game. So hoping to see Hartsock there. We have our first Sky Blue, and it's another Blake Larson hit. So Blake Larson getting a Sky Blue paper right after getting a Lunar Glow. Theo Geelan, another big stock riser there, and Connor Griffin on the board for the first time. Chrome hit there. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan. There's Daniel Egan, and a Kalen Culpepper Sky Blue paper. See if he's going to be a major leaguer already this year. Big stock riser there with Kalen Culpepper. People were worried about his size. It seems like his performance on the field is outshining the size worries that I believe now second baseman for the Twins had when he came out of the draft. Let's see the refractors out of this. We had the Roman Anthony Plasma Power. We have Schiefelbein and Mick Abel on refractors. The printing plate is Paulinho Santana, our second 1-of-1 printing plate in the last two breaks, our third 1-of-1 in the last two breaks. Meb, are you able to just like walk into the game because of your son? If not, I can grab some tickets for that one. That's what I did last year to make sure we could all sit together. Although it didn't really matter. It was a first come, first serve. Sit wherever there was open seats last year at that breakout game. We have Griff O'Farrell, Bryce Rayner in Chrome, Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Big Riser, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Adriel Rodney in Tune, Griff O'Farrell, and Vladdy Guerrero refractors. Yeah, I'll definitely be back in Florida for another one of those soon, Greg. Hopefully next year. All right, cool. I will. I'll grab some seats for that then. Let's see. What else was I going to say? Oh, I'm also thinking tonight I want to try and post something in the Facebook group. I've been meaning to do that all spring and I haven't had any time, but I may have a little time after the break tonight. So anybody interested in either 2023 Bowman or 2024 Bowman Chrome for a Facebook group break? And for anybody who's not already in the Facebook group, let me drop the link to the Facebook group in the chat. I don't think I actually haven't checked, but I don't know that Brian's posted anything in there in a while. There's the Facebook group info. The Arizona crowd is so spoiled with Fall League. Very few stay for the breakouts. Good for us. What is this? I don't remember ever seeing that in the back of a pack. Interesting. Maybe to throw the weight off of the boxes so people aren't out there weighing them. Very weird. Or maybe that's some kind of a printing error because we only have one refractor in the back of this pack. That would be a different kind of first. That is very bizarre. It literally looks like they tried to print a refractor and nothing printed on the paper. Never know what you're going to find when you open a box from Topps. Fernando Cruz, Chrome, Chase Alsop, Michael Massey, Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, Aiden Smith, Curly Martha, Nick Kurtz in tune, and Ethan Anderson on the refractor. 1 of 1 priceless Topps piece of paper. Ooh, that pack opened weird too. Ooh, if you could get Wilts to sign some stuff, that would be very cool. We have an Aqua Lunar Crater coming up here. And then we'll have our last auto in the final pack. Charlie B. Ellenson, Chrome, Gage Zeal. Speaking of guys we saw last year, Ryan Clifford hit a home run in the breakout game. Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, and Braden Taylor. Aqua Lunar Crater is a first of Ethan Bagwell, number 68 of 125. Cags on the draft night, Bryce Rayner, and Ethan Salas on the refractors. Nice hit for the Rayner spot. Has a base and a refractor now for Bryce. Salas barely hanging on the edge of the top 100 list. See if he can turn his luck around this year. And one more pack left, one more auto left out of this first box. Send the blank to PSA. Just call it a Connor Griffin 1 of 1 error card. It looks like we're going to have a base auto as our last auto in this one. So South the Scene, Braylon Payne, and it's in the back. Jeremy Rodriguez, Chrome, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, Dowell Joseph, and here's the auto of Aaron Parker. I feel like he was hot for us last year. Nick Kurtz on the draft night, Brian Holiday, and Colt Emerson refractors. Let's see. It's access. You won't believe. We'll be right behind home plate if KC isn't playing. He'll be sitting. Definitely pumped for that. One way or the other. Yeah, I think we were one section from behind home plate last year. There's our 1 of 1. There's our other 1 of 1 besides our 1 of 1 printing plate. Let's see. Salas was hurt most of last year. Hopefully he has a much better year this year and many more at bats. All right. Let's see the super jumbo. Let's see 5 autos. Not a bad start. Braylon Payne on the board. Low auto to 75 on the board of Tate South the Scene, a 1 of 1 printing plate. All right, we have pack number 1, 2, 3. Pack number 4. I know, right? They had the styrofoam in these last year instead of that little paper insert. And box number 5, empty super jumbo. See, we're going through a box of cards and came across an AJ Ewing purple auto. That's a really nice one to own now. Ewing's playing very well in the spring, and his stock is certainly risen over the last year. Did he even play in the draft in the breakout game last year? I don't remember him being there. All right, let's see if the autos were in the bottom in last year's or the top. So skimming through. Starting off Chromes with Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, Trey Morgan, Dylan Cruz, Deber de los Santos, Paulinho Santana. A lot of non-firsts there. Getting to firsts, we have Josiah Romeo, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell. There's James Tibbs in his original jersey. He's been in 2 others now. Kalen Culpepper back on the board. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, and Eli Serrano, who we were pretty hyped about last year. Kind of fallen off. Nick Kurtz and Adriel Rodney inserts. Yeah, I don't think he was there either. I'm going to top load our Caitlin Culpepper. And let's check out an auto first. Let's see. Casey has had 3 more appearances in spring, doing his best to get a shot. Do you think there's a chance he sees the major leagues this year, or is it a next step thing and maybe AAA for him? Looks like we have color in what should be the auto spot here. Starting off the pack, we have Michael Massey, Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, Aiden Smith, Carly Martha, Dernish Valdez, Ryan Harvey, Luke Keeschel, Walker Jenkins, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bielenson, our refractors, Luis Baez, Alexander Albertus, Ty Pete. Man, we need some firsts on the board. Yoandry Vargas, Kyle Teal, Francisco Villarreal. We need some firsts to start popping up soon. Giovanni Rodriguez. There's Parker Smith, our first refractor here. And a Teal. Oh, that's a nice one to hit. Have not said Ryan Sloan's name yet. Cam Smith behind that in the Plasma Power, but the Teal Lava auto of Ryan Sloan, who we can confirm did not have a Whoop band on when he had his picture last year, but he has been one of the biggest rising pitchers out of that draft class. So Ryan Sloan getting our first autograph, and let's see, our best pitcher autograph in the break so far. Our first pitcher autograph in the break so far. Much bigger pitcher class this year than last year was, I guess. The printing plate, Brian, is Paulinho Santana. Oh, oops. Let me move the screen up. So we have Sloan, Payne, Southacene, and Aaron Parker ink on the board. Not bad. The Sloan market is definitely hot. See, color coming up. Few hits here. Starting off our chrome, Brooks Auger, Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez. Here's the same guys that we hit refractors of in the last pack. Albertus, Pete, Vargas, Teal. Getting to firsts, Aiden May, Blake Wright. There's our first Travis Bazzana chrome of the night. Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda Grauer, Johnny King, and a speckle upside down, Pablo Guerrero. On first, Christian Moore with the Lunar Glow. And behind that pitcher, Rhett Lauder on the Aqua Wave, 11 of 125. Bryce Rayner in action and Cags in tune. So the big names getting the inserts there. Let's get some more penny sleeves out. Quickly asked it before, but are there any products that you guys are interested in me adding breaks over the next couple of weeks for? I've been trying to mix it up a lot extra for spring training to get some past products in. I have a bunch of stuff here, so any products that you guys are interested in, I can try and get running. Christian Moore, we'll see what kind of sophomore year he has. Getting some color. Put that there. And let's open some more top loaders. Pristine. I have never looked at Pristine before. That's pros, right? Not prospects? How's Bazzana been in spring training so far this year? All right, auto number 2 of the Super Jumbo. We have a base auto coming up in this one. Felnine Celestin on the board in Chrome. George Lombard Jr., Jared Cerna, Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Yoani Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Colt Emerson, Mick Abel. There's another Tyson Neighbors. Refractors, we have some new names, it looks like. Connor Foley, Tehran Lorenzo, Camilo Diaz, Shedri Vargas. There's Brandon Sproat, Zach Veen, not quite as jacked yet. Harry Ford, Walker Martin, and a base auto of Rodney Green with Matt Shaw in the plasma power. So I forgot that some of these autos last year look more chrome than some of the base variations. So Rodney Green getting our second or third base auto of the break. Aaron Parker, Braylon Payne, and now Rodney Green. Need first still in these refractors. Very non-first heavy. Some Southacines have the Southacines have a third brother coming. They might actually, and it might actually be the best one. So Tate was better than Ty, and the next one is going to be better than Tate. Is it also a name that starts with a T? Condon is tearing it up in the spring, except when he faces Casey. Ooh, no color in this one. Starting off the Chromes, we have Nate Knowles, Jackson Wentworth, Adriel Rodney, Max Clark, Josue DePaula, Arjun Namala, Zaire Hope, Brock Porter, Dalton Rushing, Luis Guanipa, Samuel Basayo, Vladimir Asensio. Sam Antonacci had a very nice year last year. Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery. There's Ryan Sloan again. Jacob Cozart, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery. There's our first Nick Kurtz Chrome. Yep, we got Kurtz and Connor Griffin on the board now. Another Cags and Dylan Cruz insert. A lot of Cags inserts. So Kurtz and Connor Griffin now on the board in Chrome. Bazana on the board as well. I'd say that's probably the biggest names in the product. Troy Southacine, of course. Let's see. Nice to hear Condon is doing well. You have a green shimmer auto of his at PSA right now. I honestly never collected any Condons. If anybody missed our 2025 Bowman break the other day, we pulled a Jesus Madej purple auto and a JJ Weatherholt base auto in that one. I feel like I'm missing something else big that we pulled in that. We finally have some color and paper here, and looks like another base auto. Let's see. Green paper is a first of Cole Mathis, numbered 75 of 99. Francisco Villarreal Chrome, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, Connor Foley, Tehran Lorenzo, Camilo Diaz, Shedri Vargas, Brandon Sproat, Zach Veen, Harry Ford, Walker Martin, Johnny Farmello, and our refractors start with Johnny Farmello as well. Nate Knowles, Jackson Wentworth, Adriel Rodney, Max Clark, Josue DePaula, Arjun Namala, and Zaire Hope, with an auto behind that of another nice pitching prospect. Bryce Eldridge, plasma power in the back. Jonathan Santucci. Mets pitching prospect there. Easily one of their top 10 prospects at this point from most lists I've seen. I was surprised he wasn't in more top 100 lists, being that Jack Wenninger was in multiple top 100 lists. I thought Santucci was a higher regarded prospect than Wenninger. So he can't be too far off the top 100 in that case. They're all little dudes. Let's see. And the Quintero. Oh, the Quintero Speckle. That was the one I missed. Chris's Quintero Speckle auto in the first box of the night. All right, I'm going to go both bottom packs first, and we'll leave the autos for the end here. We have double color coming up here. We have purple and yellow. In chrome, we start off with Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Jeremy Rodriguez, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, and Dowell Joseph. Mornon first, Fernando Cruz. Chrome first, Chase Alsop, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling. There's our first Dante Nori of the night. There's our first Treya Savage, and our first Chrome Christian Moore, Peyton Tolley, John Spikerman. And going into our refractors, we have an upside down Woody Hadeen behind the Spikerman, and the yellow is Flewelling. Yep, Nathan Flewelling. Still remember that bat placement. Numbered 16 of 75 on the Flewelling, and also 16 of 250 on the Woody Hadeen. Braden Montgomery, and more Nick Kurtz inserts with the In Tune. Wrong Met. Yeah, we actually haven't seen a Carson Benj yet. That's true. Need that Carson Benj to pop up now before this one's over. All it takes is one Chrome PSA 10, and that spot's paid for with how well he's selling. Same thing goes for the beardless Peyton Toll or Peyton Tolley. Let's see, if you haven't watched the Peyton Toll USA presentation, it's hilarious. Ooh, I will have to do that. Let's see. Let's go the other bottom pack here. So potentially last color refractor non-autos. I see gold in paper and two more chrome refractors as well. So a bunch more numbered to come out here, starting with Josh Hartle. Oh, would have been really nice for that to be Connor Griffin. Hartle on the gold paper, numbered 23 of 50. Roman Anthony Chrome, Shen Ang Lin, and Emil Morales. Chrome first, Griffin Herring, Grant Shepardson, Rafe Schlesinger. Uriel Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Tommy Troy. Dylan Drilling, Brandon Neely. Fenwick Trimble, there's more Ty Southacene, Jaron DeBerry, Ryan Johnson. Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, and Chrome Refractors upside down. We have Funky Cole Messina in the color match. Numbered 168 of 250. How is Messina faring in his first year? And flipped over again, we have Ethan Salas in the Fuchsia Lunar Crater 188 of 199. Christian Moore and Hagen Smith inserts behind that. Brain Montgomery struggled. Let's see. Benj didn't play in the Brewers game. You mean Jet Williams? We kept Benj. Jet's the guy we sent over. I saw you had a triple in the gap to start a game the other day. Nice little purple color match there for Cole Messina. Fun hit there, and a little color match in the golds. Yellow gold for that Pirates Josh Hartle hit. Two more autos to go. Can we get one more big one to go up on the stand there? You ignore the Mets prospects. Kurtz, yes. A couple of Kurtz on the board. Lot of inserts. And then at least one chrome. We have a blue wave in one pack here as one of our last two autos. Yeah, I wasn't totally against them trading Jet either, even though I Met him the weekend before we traded him. And we have a base auto here. So we'll go base first and we'll do the blue wave to finish off. We have another sky blue paper and it's another Blake Larson. Blake Larson getting 2 sky blue papers and 1 lunar glow. This one, 446 of 499. Chrome, we have Enrique Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morel, Byron Churio, Roman Anthony, Sheneng Lin, Emil Morales, Griffin Herring, Grant Shepardson, Rafe Schlesinger, Harold Perez, Noble Meyer, and Cooper Pratt. And in refractors, we have Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Tyson Neighbors, Brooks Auger, Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, and a base auto of twin Billy Amick with a Braden Montgomery refractor behind that. So Billy Amick getting our second to last autograph of the night. And a blue wave auto to come. Yeah, I was happy that Jet was the guy that was traded over guys like Benj and the potential of having to deal somebody like Brett Beatty or any of the big pitching prospects. Well, we did deal Sprout. Pretty good pitching prospect, as Meb can attest. All right. Final pack, final auto. One more big hit, hopefully. Can we get a bigger name than Braylon Payne on the board in ink? Chris, did you have Amick tonight? Jose Perdomo, Aiden Major, LP Langevin, Chandler Welch, Leo DeVries, Braylon Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, Tink Hentz, Uellen Cespedes, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morel, and Byron Churio. Refractors, we have Brock Porter, Luis Guanipa, Samuel Basayo, Vladimir Asensio, Jose Perdomo, Aiden Major, LP Langevin, Chandler Welch. In the back, Cags on the what's it called? Plasma, whatever. And is this Griff Herring? It is. I mean, Griff O'Farrell on the blue wave auto first rounder supplemental pick, I believe, for the Gunnar Henderson rookie of the year spot there. Had a rough first year, but still somebody the Orioles will definitely be giving a chance to progress this year. All right. No monster in this one of all of the potential players we could have hit. We did get some really solid autographs, though, with Southacene, Payne, O'Farrell, Ryan Sloan. I'm going to get something posted tonight in the Facebook group. We'll see. I'm thinking 2023 Bowman, honestly. Some kind of a mixer there, and try and have some fun in that big product. Congrats, Chris. We got you heating up a little bit. Let's see. Speaking of Jet, is there much of a Peralta market? I was thinking that too, Takumi. I don't think there is much of a Peralta market, but I would think now that he's a Met, there's a chance for that to grow. All right, let's go through the hits of the break tonight, or all of the hits in the break tonight, starting with the refractor of Bryce Rayner, Chrome of Treya Savage, Peyton Tolley, Christian Moore, Braden Montgomery, Nick Travis Bazzana, Kalen Culpepper, Bryce Rayner, Cam Smith, and Jack Caglione. Chrome first of Connor Griffin as well. Caller, we have... Start with all of our Blake Larsons. So we have Blake Larson Sky Blue papers numbered 460 and 446. Funny, these boxes did not come from the same place. So it just happens that we have 2 high-numbered Sky Blue Blake Larsons. Blake Larson, Lunar Glow. Billy Amick on the base auto. Josh Hartle, gold paper. Cole Messina, purple refractor color match. Fuchsia Lunar Crater, Ethan Salas. Nathan Flewelling, yellow Lunar Crater. Woody Hadeen, purple. Cole Mathis, green paper. Base auto of Rodney Green, speckle of Pablo Guerrero, Rhett Lauder, Aqua Wave, Aaron Parker base auto, Ethan Bagwell, Aqua Lunar Crater, Base auto of Jonathan Santucci and Lunar Glow of Christian Moore. Sky Blue Paper of Sky Blue Chrome of Kalen Culpepper. Printing plate of Paulinho Santana. Griffo Farrell on the Blue Wave Auto 133 of 150. Ty Southacene on the yellow auto, number 10 of 75. Then the two bigger hits from this one, Braylon Payne on the base auto and Ryan Sloan on the Aqua Lava 175 of 199. I don't remember if I said either of those names either, although paper is going to ship in this, so everybody's going to get a little bit of something. So there should be at least paper coming your guys' way. Since this was only a 2-boxer, I figured it was only right to ship the paper and not do a paper-only spot with this one. So paper will be coming your way, even though we didn't scan through every card. I'm sure everybody got a little bit of something there. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining this one. It was not the monster break that I was hoping for with this big product from last year, as actually Ryan Sloan is on the TV in the background now. Let's see, number 175. He's wearing number 97 now. All right, I'll get something up in the Facebook group in the next, hopefully tonight, and we will catch you guys either from the Facebook break or on Wednesday with 2025 Bowman draft. Then back next week with at least 2025 Bowman Chrome, and maybe adding something else little at the end on top of that too, or maybe something else potentially big from like a 2022 Bowman class with all those big names. All right, everybody. Thank you and have a good night.